welcome to this video where we'll be talking about conditional formats. Conditional formats, more like your data validation, are things that help to guard against errors when it comes to manual entry of data. Even beyond manual entry of data validation helps you to check the accuracy of whatsoever it is you have entered. Conditional format is based on conditions. I want if this conditions is met or is achieved, I want this formatting to be done in my Excel. So that is what conditional format is. Based on certain conditions you give, you want your formatting to change. And remember that a format does not change what is in a cell. It only changes what you see. And what you see is not exactly what is in that cell in Excel. I know you must have heard of that quote. So it is one of our favorite quotes on our learning platform, that's the Office Training Help. So please put that in mind when it comes to conditional formats. Formatting does not change what is in a cell. It only changes what you see. And what you see may not necessarily be what is in that cell. That is what a format is. It only changes what you see. So now we are saying based on conditions, format what is it that we can see in an Excel. In a cell in Excel. So that is what conditional format is. So let's quickly just go into what conditional format is and see how that can be possible in Excel. Right, in Excel so if I come to my home tab and I come to conditional format, you see that there are different things you can do with conditional format. You can do a conditional format if something is greater than, less than, between, equal to, and the likes. You can go to top or bottom if you want to check your top 10, bottom 10. This is a quick way of identifying things so that in case of analysis or just to make things stand out. So the bottom 10, you want to highlight it. Data bars, you want to give different color scales, icons. So you can use conditional format for all this. But more than all this, there's still more you can do with conditional format. You can format cells based on specific text, date, something occurred, blanks, no blanks, errors, and even you can use a formula. You can use a formula to determine what condition you want to give your cells. Remember, your conditional, your logical, your if, or, and so your conditionals. Same thing can be done with conditional format. You can also format based on unique or duplicate values. So there are many things that can be done with conditional format. It all depends on the scenario or the situation at which you find yourself. Now let's look at what we can do with our let's look at a scenario we can do. Okay, let's do something called blank. Let's check if there's any blank. These are transactional data. We expect that everything here be filled up. So I want to guard against error, so that if probably due to human error I made a mistake, I left a particular cell not filled, it should show me that, oh, this particular cell is not filled, so I can quickly be aware of that to change that. So that is what we want to do. So let's just do something. Let's check this amount column. I think this is a very key column here. Amount should not be blank when it comes to entering our transactions. Amount should not be blank. So I can come here and then come to conditional format. I will highlight this column, come to conditional format, I come to new rule, and then I say format cells that contain blanks, since blanks is what I need. So if I say contains blanks, then I come to the format. What kind of format do I want to give to it? The font should be, okay, let me just do the fill. The fill should be maybe red to show that, oh, it's to stand it out. The font could be anything. I could make the font black or white, depending. I think black would be fine. So I could make it black, so that if there's any condition that meets a blank, so it is formatted red immediately. So it flags the red, so I know that, oh, I omitted a cell. So let's say someone else, let's say along top about something, and then I come here, but let's say but a crayon. Who is the sales agent? Let's see. This is all data validation. I made the video on data validation. If you want to check that, you can check the description below. The link would be in there to watch the video on data validation. Right, and then the quantity, let's say I bought 6. Okay, so let's say I left this blank. and then you can see that this is automatically generated for me. So it's automatically, probably I made a mistake, it is generated, it is shown red. Or let's say, imagine it is this column, I actually put the conditional format, it would still reflect. See, probably I missed out something, it would reflect it. So this is how you're able to conditionally format your cells in a column, or if you want to do, you can do the entire table, you can do the entire row to format it. There's an error, you can do error, you can do blanks, you can do not blanks, so it depends on what you want. Let's quickly just check something else. Let's check for, let's see our top, what we saw, our top 10. Let's quickly just highlight our top 10 sales. This is for those who are into data analysis. So if you want to quickly just identify what's our top 10 sales, so you can come here, and then conditional format can help you do that. So if you do top 10 items now, so you may want to check that. Let me see. Let me do a custom format, and then I'll make the color. Let me make the color green. So they are highlighted green. Okay, this is the text. Let me do something. Let me go back to custom formats, and then the field should be green, and then the text should be black, right? So if I do this now, so you can see now, so I can do something else. I can check for our bottom 10, and then I can have them highlighted, so we can know this is our top 10. We can all see at a glance what is our top 10, what is our bottom 10. So I'll do this in red. I think the fonts is okay. Good. So I can see that these are bottom 10. You, depending on the number you want, the bottom 20, bottom 5, 3, top 10, top 5, top 20. Depends on the number you want, really. So this is how you're able to quickly just conditionally format things. Of course, there are many things you can do with conditional formats, right? But for the sake of this video, so it's not so long, there are many things. We'll still do more videos using formulas. We start using how we can even format the entire column, the entire row, based on different conditions. So we'll look more into the conditional format. This is just the step one, the basic video, a layer to other ones that is to come. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there are questions, if there are comments, you can drop them in the chat. If there are likely topics or suggested topics you want us to cover, you can always drop them in the comments below, and we would get them, and then we'll review and work on those. Thank you so much.